Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the World Illustration Awards Winner Interview Series, presented by the AOI in partnership with the Directory of Illustration, celebrating great illustration from around the globe. This is the fifth interview in our series where we are interviewing our amazing WIA 2025 winners. And today I'm thrilled to be joined by Genre Sun, who is our professional exploration category winner. Hello, Genre.
Hi there, I'm Jiang and should I start with my introduction?
Well, yes, I was going to say, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your practice?
Uh, um, my name is Jiang Sun, and I'm a visual designer from Beijing. I've grew in 90s. I had a pretty happy childhood. My parents sent me to all sorts of art classes and took me to museum where I would like happy to sit and sketch masterpieces. Even back then, I was obsessed with weird, quirky details. That curiosities turned into a hobby. I I would like to sketch anything interesting I saw, zooming in on all the little things. Today I do the same thing, but on a bigger scale. I took tons of details and information and turn them into visuals that people actually enjoy exploring. I also inspired by maximalism, so I love visual density and complexity. I brought from culture, game, and shared visual language to make illustrations that feel that make me feel really immersive and joy. Artists like IRC for Design Illustration Studio and Marty's Adoption have been a big inspiration for me. Mostly I use symbols, color, and the visual system to help people get complex ideas faster. For me, visuals are not just pretty, it makes the information easier to digest and way more fun to explore.
Fantastic. That's really fascinating to hear about all your influences and what you love to illustrate. Thank you so much. I think your project that was selected as the winning project definitely reflects all of those things that you've just explained and described. So, could you tell us why you decided to enter the World Illustration Awards last year?
Mm, the reason I entered WIA 2025, because I wanted to gain insights beyond what I could see on my own. When I create independently, I can to always be sure whether my work is worth exploring further. My primary role is as a designer, so I naturally think of my work as being in a dialogue with people. So from my perspective, exploratory illustrations requires attention too, and working alone at home in isolation means there's no audience. Having my work on a professional platform and receiving judges' feedback would show me whether it is on the right track.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. That's the best way to put your work in front of a much bigger audience and ideally get some professional feedback from our judges if you get through to the final stages, which you did. So why did you create your winning project, the one that you actually submitted? What was the inspiration behind that particular project?
The inspiration between that project is it's about a family argument. After spending a long time in our own professional training and life experiences, it is easy for people to end up thinking in complete different or even opposite ways. So that's exactly how it is with my husband and me. I'm into art and he into math. And a lot of time when we talk about something, it's kind of like we are speaking different language. Logical debates just can't sustain a private, personal way of living. So I try to show him that even we come from different worlds, staying curious about each other and appreciate our difference can help us grow closer and build understanding.
That's really interesting. It's such a unique way to approach that situation. I'm not sure everyone would have the patience to create such a large, intricate piece of artwork in response to something like that. But it definitely it's a beautiful piece and really fascinating to look at because as you say, there's so many little details to find in the pieces and they're so intricately drawn. Um, so thank you so much for sharing it. It's always we always find it fascinating to hear more about how the illustrated projects were created and what inspired you to create them. Um, so what did you enjoy about being part of the awards, being part of the long list and then selected for the short list and then selected as a winner at our awards night last year?
My favorite part is checking out the work of other illustrators in the industry. Um, I get to see the pieces for artists who has been famous for ages, and seeing my own work alongside with people I look up to as a kid makes me feel like doing what I love has been totally been worth it.
Fantastic. I'm really glad to hear it that you've had that such a positive experience. So what impact would you say winning the award has had on you? Have you had an increase in confidence? I think you've said that you have. Has it led to more commissions or new clients or increased your social media following or anything like that?
Mm, Honestly, it gave me a huge confidence boost. I have been trained in visual communication since undergraduate school and graduate school. I have been spent almost 10 years working in design. So when I make illustration, I naturally approach them from a designer mindset, thinking about structure, composition, and clarity. So I used to question whether what I love doing could really connect with others. So in this case, being recognized by WIA award is definitely a proof.
Exactly, yeah. And the only way to find out if you're going to get that feedback is to enter and to be part of the competition. So I'm really glad it has had that impact for you and that it's reinforced the fact that you should keep going as an illustrator and keep making work because your work is really beautiful.
Thank you.
So as a winner, as a category winner, you actually received membership for the Association of Illustrators for 1 year free as part of your prize for being a category winner. Can you tell us a bit more about your experience of being a member? Have you got any favorite resources that you've enjoyed or any other parts of the membership?
My favorite AI resource is definitely one-on-one advice. For an illustrator like me, who doesn't have much commercial experience connected with professional industry organization, provides guidance, much like a mentor. Uh, it also offers practical help with real-world issues. Uh, illustration is kind of like a niche field. So there is lots of knowledge like pricing work or handling taxes come from experience. So the AOI insights can really be valuable for me.
I'm really glad to hear that. We always love to hear about how you got on with the membership and what has been the most impactful resource for you. So it's helped you feel like a more organized, professional, commercial illustrator because you have all those bits of resource and support from the membership team. So that's lovely to hear. I'm really glad. Um, so finally, can you tell us a bit more about what advice you would give to other illustrators who are thinking of entering the World Illustration Awards this year?
Uh, for for the illustrator who decided to enter the WIA award, my advice is uh, I think the most of people's is struggle with choosing which piece to submit when they enter the competition, and I really understand that because every submission costs money and you do feel it in your wallet. So if you are in a very comfortable position, of course you can submit everything, but a more realistic approach is to first sort your work according to the award categories. This process forces you to step back and think about your work from different perspectives. After the results are out, it's also helpful to look at the selected works and reflect on how you made your choices compared to how the judge thought. For me, it's not an exam. It's more like an opportunity for your own way of thinking to collide with the outside world, and that's that's where learning really happens.
I love that. So it's an opportunity for your ideas to collide with the outside world and see how everyone else perceives your work. Because if you are the only one ever seeing your work, you can never know how other people are going to interact with it. But the
Yeah,
awards is a fantastic way to get lots of different eyes on your work, whether that's the judges, other illustrators, or commissioners who are keeping an eye on the awards to look at um, what's happening in illustration and what's the latest work that's been created and what's it inspired by. So I love that insight. Thank you very much for sharing that.
sure.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been lovely chatting with you and lovely hearing all about your work as an illustrator. We will be sharing your interview over on YouTube, and um, the awards are still open for entries this year. So if you're feeling inspired by what Genre has said today, please do enter the awards. They're open until the 17th of February. Thank you so much.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.